What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back the day after another draw. 12th on the season in the league. I think the 14th on the season in general. But we obviously gonna talk about the game, 100%. And also maybe a little bit about the Atalanta game. However, there is some breaking news about a potential first signing. Not the signing we were expecting, not the signing I think anyone was waiting for, but we will talk about that in a second as well. First off, Norbert, how are you doing this Sunday?
Hey man, I'm really tired. I watched the NFL game. Our teams that played each other. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's a hangover. It's another draw hangover. The 12th draw, and it's ridiculous at this point, and can't wait to talk about it.
Oh, no, I could wait to talk about it, but it's good that you cannot wait to talk about it. But we will skip that game for a quick second because there is some breaking news we cannot ignore. Um, and that's that we are close to signing, I think it's Alberto Costa, right?
Yeah,
From Vitoria, Guimaraes, I think it is.
yeah.
Right back. I like. I've not heard. I never heard of him. Like I'm gonna be honest. Ever,
Yeah.
even if you look up things, it's hard to find things as well. Like it's really hard because he's. Let's describe it. He's playing a handful of games basically. So there's nothing to go off at all. There's nothing to be excited about. It feels like a Cabal signing where it's like it's cheap because it's around
Yeah.
12 million euros. Let's split the difference. Let's say it's around 12 million euros. Um, and it's like a Cabal signing where it's like if it doesn't work out, you'll probably make up for your money at one point. And if it works out, it's a cheap one. Only the difference is I've seen something of Cabal in the league when he was at Verona. I've seen absolutely nothing about from this guy. Somebody posted a comp, and
Yeah.
from the comp, for me, he looks like an interesting player, but at the same time a very clumsy player. Again, it's a comp, so I don't know what to make of it. He's 21. I know people were suggesting that he potentially could go on out on loan already. I doubt that will happen, to be honest, because that will make not much sense to just to say it makes absolutely no sense then, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's apparently the first signing. I don't know. Do you have anything to say about it?
No, I can only say one thing is that I not even heard of this guy, not even in Football Manager. Yeah, I'm playing 1,000 hour every year, and Alberto Costa never came up to me as a player. He looks like a cheap Chinese Cancelo or something. He looks more like a wingback other than a fullback to me. But I saw that he can defend as well, and his stats of ball carrying and all that. Looks good, but other than that, I never heard of him, and it feels silly that this is our first signing instead of a center back. But I'm all for it if it works. It's awesome. It's cheap. So, but yeah, I'm just sad that it's a right back. I'm not even. I'm baffled, to be honest.
Yeah, it's actually kind of like a bit of more of insult on the wood, basically.
Yeah,
Because like we need something else. Like if like for me, it feels like it's how do I need to describe it? Because maybe it will come off a little bit weird. It feels like more of a how do I need to describe it? More of a waste of time when we like do I
yeah,
need to say waste of time because we need what we need
yeah.
like desperately, and it feels more of a waste of time that we're you know in talks for him as well, like when everybody's sitting there and he's like and we're like we don't have a striker, like we have two fit center backs and we're dealing for a right back
Listen,
who might or
we have
might
four
not.
players who can play right back. We have four players who can play right back. So it's insane to me that we signed the right back or
Yeah,
signing.
I don't get the idea, but like this is like to be honest, when Giuntoli came in, I was asking for these type of things, cheap ones.
Yeah,
We don't know. However, we have massive needs right now where I'm like, that's kind of in the background, fix first that issue because Motta doesn't know who Alberto Costa is. Let's be completely honest. This is a signing that comes from scoutings, basically saying this, and that. They looked at it. They have he has characteristics they potentially like, and it's like cool, I guess, you know. But there's no way Motta knows what the hell what he can offer really, like impact immediately. So, like you said, it's very strange, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because, well, we have obvious needs, and then that has not been addressed this far. You know, I hope, like Giuntoli said, I hope, or he said he hopes that things pick up this at the start of this week. And I'm like, yeah, like it's already too late. I'm sorry. Like whatever happens now, it's too late. Like you wasted too much time. It's you don't have new player for Torino, obviously, for Atalanta, for Milan, and probably for the game after that. He's not ready to play anyway. So it's you wasted too much time. Whatever you do right now, it's already a fail. In my opinion, you already failed this January. Like you cannot make
Oh,
up
for
for
sure.
it. So
Oh, for sure. Like it's insane to me. We talked about this many times, but he had many months, 3 months to prepare for this winter mercato, and he knew he needs center backs, multiple center backs, especially if we get rid of Danilo and the striker. We knew that also since a few months that
yeah.
Milik will never be 100% again, ever. So yeah, it's crazy.
It is crazy, man. But yeah, I mean, nothing against the player coming in because
Yeah,
I don't know him, so I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it, you know. So if he comes in, good. Hope he does well. Hope he offers anything. I guess something different. Because not a lot of people are a fan of Savona for his lack of attacking intent. So maybe that's an added thing. I don't know, but yeah, that's really not gonna move the needle. Also because it's not a massive need right now. That's why it's not gonna move the needle. But who knows? You know, he comes in and we'll see what he will do. But yeah, like there's not much to discuss with this. Even if it was a right back, we knew, then still we wouldn't have much to discuss because it's not something we need, if that makes sense. You know, so even if
yeah,
it was a top right back, it's still like cool, but we're missing center back. So how is that really gonna help us right now? So let's see. People hit the like button. Let me see some of the comments. I cannot, for some reason, pull them all up. So I need to go back. Looks like a
I
good
don't know. A left
investment.
back.
A left back.
Sorry, a left back would make more sense
That
because
would make more sense. Yeah.
yeah, McKennie is playing left back. Like, come on. Sorry, I just wanted to add this.
No. I will talk about McKennie. Oh, like that was my issue yesterday. I thought second half was better. The first half he was poor, but I cannot really blame McKennie for it because he shouldn't be
Yeah,
put in that position. You know, it's
yep,
it's like me coming on and say, man, Nico Gonzalez, you're not a number nine. The movement was off. Yeah, like he's not a number nine. Like it's clear. Like the link up
yeah,
play is cool, but I cannot put a lot of blame on a player playing out of
yeah.
position, not playing the
And
position good enough.
tried his best. He was always running back. That's what he can do. And yeah, it's not his fault that he's not capable of defending
No, yeah.
that good.
Um, not covering an immediate need, but okay, I guess. I don't know. Savona has interest from City. I doubt that, to be honest. And Walker wants to leave. Them, if you sell Savona for 15, 18, can you bring in this kitty and even make profit? I will actually stop supporting the club if we sign Kyle Walker. I'm being that honest. Coming from, oops, sorry, you guys cannot see the chat. Coming from a Sporting fan, he's an elite project, in my opinion. Monstrous physical conditions. He's almost impossible to beat on a sprint. And he's also quite strong, good technique, above average dribbler. So a speed merchant. Or like, I, not to this, but if he cannot really dribble, I've not seen enough. Like that's what I said. I saw a comp. It looks a bit clumsy. It looks like he's gonna fall over his feet, but for some reason he beats this guy or he skips past his players. So again, it's like Cabal. I mean, if it works out, cool. If it doesn't work out, cool. I guess I don't know. Like you
Yeah,
took a shot. Like that's fine. It's
yeah,
better than take a
it's,
shot on this than signing 60 million euro players, and he's not
yeah,
worth 60 million. So.
yeah. It's just always the question is that he's coming from a weaker league, and Let's see if he can adjust. But he's still young, so I don't know. Overall, I wouldn't mind his signing. It's just so weird that it's happening now when we have two center back needs and then the striker need up front. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird.
I see a lot of people saying Araujo not coming because who was it? Was it Martinez or something was injured?
Yeah, Inago, yeah.
We don't know what the injury is. That's one, and two. He's out of contract almost. Araujo. That's the issue Barcelona have, and like they need to recoup money. That's that's the injury is not going to change that. You know, like depending on what the injury is, maybe it's like a week or two type of injury. They're not going to lose out on money because they have a defender out for 2 weeks. So it doesn't really change much unless it's season ending. Then probably they will not sell, you know, and they will figure it out in the summer, you know, and take some less money. But I don't think it's season ending injured, you know. So I don't know. And even with Araujo, for me, it's actually insane that we have injured center backs and we're actually bringing in the poster boy for injured center back. Like that's like forget about the quality. Like the quality is the quality of Araujo. He's a good defender, bar some weird moments. But yeah, the money you're gonna pay for a player who has almost missed as many games as he played the last couple of seasons is just mind-boggling to me, in my opinion. But let's see. You know, Giuntoli said he hopes he has some news at the start of this week with him, Colomani, and who knows who else. I saw Disasi again. Like he needs to change his name to Disaster instead of Disasi. He's not a good player. Like, I'm sorry. Like he's too clumsy. Like he's actually so mistake prone that it's. I don't get what I don't get it. You know, I don't know what they see what we don't see. Are they seeing things before he joined Chelsea? Because ever since he joined Chelsea, it's not good. Like actually, they want him out for a reason. He's a liability. So again, weird links. But if you read the links, it's a loan with an option if he plays such and such games. Maybe it's like desperation mode backup just to fill up the squad. I don't know, but let's see how that will develop. Barcelona literally can't sign players this January, so if Martinez is injured for more than a couple of weeks, Araujo is definitely not leaving. No, if it's a couple of weeks, they will figure it out. They will figure it out because they will take that over losing more millions. They will. They definitely will. If it's season ending, then yeah, they're not going to do it. But if it's 2-3 weeks, they will take that risk because they are going to. They need money. They're not going to lose out on even more money to not accept a deal. Like if it's a couple of weeks, they're going to do it because they need the money. You know, they're going to do it. It depends on the money they need as well. Not saying it's done, but yeah. Okay. Let's circle back to the game. We will see if something else kind of comes up in the next couple of minutes. Sorry, 1-1 against Torino. For the people in the comment section coming at me for saying that Torino are rubbish, I do not take that back. They are rubbish. Like besides Ricci, that's just bang average size in terms of quality. Like there is actually no quality in the Torino side. That doesn't mean we are good. We are not good as well. However, what I've seen from that Torino, besides the pressing they did in that first half, which was excellent, there was not a moment where I'm like, they're going to score right now, but I knew deep down inside they're going to score, if that makes sense. Because we fold at the first, at any given moment, we can concede, basically. The team doesn't need to be in command. They don't need to create a lot of chances. Just the first moment of any danger, we concede. That's how it is, you know. It's not that we don't give up a lot of chances, you know, but we just concede in the first moment possible. That doesn't mean Torino are good. They're bad, which makes it even worse, you know. And I don't know what to say anymore because I think we said it every single week the last couple of games. It's the same thing. Control the game, go 1-0 up, lose control of that game, concede, try to get back into it, and fail to do that. Like, it's just the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, oh, man, when is this going to stop? Like, when are you going to be mature enough to kill off a game? And when you're on top, actually stay on top. You know, it's actually crazy. If you actually think about it, you know, the games we're just throwing away. And it's not even throwing away games where it's like, man, fair play to the opponent. They just completely outplayed us and they came back into the game because of their quality. That's not even the case, which makes it for me even worse because I don't know what the solution is right now, nor do I think Mota knows as well. Going off his presser,
Yeah.
I don't think he has a clue how to fix it in the near future.
Yeah, it's super weird. We score and then we forget everything we did good until that moment, and and we give up possession. We give up everything, and I just, is it mentally like there is no way that Monta is telling them, okay, if you score, you need to start defending. I don't understand. Like in the second half, we had the ball 63%, but still we didn't create too much. So the Cope Miners was a disaster. He was the captain, which is super weird. We said everything. Like there's nothing new to say. Something needs to change, or he will lose his job. And then I don't know what next, because apparently it was a project, but it's not really working out. We still didn't lose, but it's the worst start of a season in many years. So it's really bad.
When you say he's
For
gonna
me,
lose
the
his
only
job, do you mean now, like mid-season, or like before the end of the season?
listen, if we don't win the next 3 games, I think he's out right away. Like,
Yeah, I don't think he's out. He's gonna finish the season 100%. Because if you sack him mid-season, even if, like, let's say he draws the next 3 games, because that's not winning 3 games as well,
yeah,
then Giuntoli fail. He failed. He's not gonna do that.
yeah,
He's not gonna do that. That's impossible, because then everything goes out of the window. Like literally everything goes out of the window because there's
yeah,
no clear replacement lined up as well. That means you're just gonna, I don't know, you're gonna do some very strange stuff in the hope you get a reaction out of that squad. And
yeah. But would it be surprising to you,
if he
how we
sacks him
look, how
mid-season,
we manage things? No, that something goes bad like that. Like if we just decide to fire him, and then it's a
I
whole
will be I
mess.
will be
And
shocked. If we gets fired mid-season, I will be actually shocked, and actually I will be pissed. I will be pissed because that
yeah,
means they're trying to scapegoat somebody when they try to build something with that somebody. That's what they try to
yeah,
sell us, right? Get the players
yeah,
in, get the coach in, get the new structure and whatever, and be a new team. If you throw somebody under the, you know, if you throw Mott, excuse me, under the bus, that's weak.
yeah.
Why is people say
I
why?
don't want him.
I don't know.
I
No,
I don't want him to be gone, to be honest. But I just really don't know what to do. And we can't finish 5th or 6th. We need Champions League, or this project is I don't know
yeah, that's a
what to
bare
say anymore.
minimum.
But
That's a bare but
yeah,
like it's still half a season to play. Like even if we were sitting fourth right now, it doesn't mean you
yeah,
get fourth. Like it's 3 points of Lazio, and Lazio are not good as well. I'm sorry, like they're not a good team.
yeah,
Like they have overperformed extremely, and they're gonna fall back a little bit because they don't have a good enough squad. Nor does Fiorentina. And Milan, what I told you about Conceição, you got a reaction, but you need context to certain things. I watched the Cagliari game; it's the same Milan all over again. Like you get a reaction, but if you watch that games, both games Milan played, two teams just gave away the result for no good reason at all. Like no good reason when they should have killed off the game. But they did it fine. They go back to Cagliari. I've seen the same performances of the same players over and over again. So
yeah,
it's not a given. Like you can get a quick reaction out of team, but like you cannot. What it is he is very stubborn. I think
yeah. That's the most annoying thing to me, to
he's
be honest.
stubborn with his ideas, which is like you can have an idea, and I think we can all appreciate that a coach has an idea, which is cool. But But if it's not working, you need to find the solution. People, hit the like button as well. We only have 14 likes, so push the like button right now. For example, really quickly, he's forced to play Yildiz on the right now, right? It's not a choice. It's a choice, but like it's a choice because of how the squad is right now. With the injuries and so on. He looks better on the right hand side. He doesn't hog the touchline like he did when he played on the left hand side. He plays much, much better. Now, if you're Mota and Conceição comes back and so on, you can do two things: switch it up all again and go back to what not works, or stick with that and build around that. Even if that means Conceição plays less, if that's working right now better to your advantage, to that player, then you kind of like, he doesn't stick with things that, like, he goes back. Koopmeiners, for example, he wasn't good. Besides the last 10 minutes, he was kind of he was ghosting. Not kind of, he was ghosting. Like, he was ghosting.
Yeah.
That touch to Mbangula, like, that's a player who's not playing well. That's an easy pass you should make every single day, every single week, every single game, because that's 2-0. It's game over against that Torino side. But you messed that up, and afterwards he was kind of pointing to Mbangula to say stretch the field. I'm like, it's a bad pass. Like, it's just a bad pass. It's as simple as that, So you can he can stick with the post game. He said, like, if Koopmeiners is good and 100%, the team is good and 100%. I'm like, it's not really true, because we've seen Koopmeiners 100% fit. I guess we didn't look good at all. So it's what he was saying is weird, because he started off the presser for the first time midway through the his presser. I was like, you lost me completely, because he started off perfectly by pointing out what was wrong, and I was like, okay, he's gonna hand us some solutions or something, and then he switched it up completely, going to, we came out of the locker room well. I was like, that's a flat out lie. Like, the first 10 minutes we were getting bullied, like absolutely bullied. And then he said the injuries, a young team, I never used that as an excuse. I'm like, you're doing now, you're planting the seeds for, and we all agreed when we had so many injuries. Remember, we went to games with Rui, 2 goalkeepers, and Fagioli on the bench, and we were like, this is crazy, like, get the points somehow. And we all said, fine, this is insane. But that's not really the issue right now, right? It's not the issue. The issue is, like, a lot of players, ex-players and pundits are saying right now, it feels a bit robotic, but in the wrong way. Like, it's like the settings are so set on predictable. We are very predictable. Even Nico Gonzalez, he played yesterday. It should make us unpredictable for us and for Torino. Like, what the hell is happening? And it's still predictable. It's still relying on wingers cutting in, and there's absolutely no movement. Savona doesn't make that movement. McKennie doesn't make that overlap runs.
Yeah.
There's no movement. It's very stale. It's very stale. The only time I saw any sort of movement is when Mbangula played Nico Gonzalez through for the 2-0, and he was offside. Yeah. That's like, these are the things we should be seeing over and over and over again. And we see that once a game, maybe, if we're lucky.
Yeah. Koopmeiners cannot play a 10, and this thing that he, like, I was hoping that now that Douglas Luiz was in the starting 11, I was really hoping that he will play as a 10, and we go back what works. That is, Koopmeiners is not being a 10, but being in the pivot. But yeah, certain things I just don't understand. Like, Yildiz is so good on the right and so good in the as a 10. And he will not play there. I don't believe he will change it up. Also, Conceição, he's a left-footed winger. He could have good games on the left. He could have some swings in. We have a ginormous striker, which is big.
I think, like, quickly, sorry to interrupt you, but Conceição on the left will make him less predictable, in my opinion, because he's forced to whip it in or play with his teammates. He cannot cut inside. Like, he can't. Like, he can, but he will not do that automatically. So it might actually be an idea. It might be not as dynamic, threatening. However, it might benefit the team right now. And it might benefit Mota and the squad to work around that. And maybe we will see some more movements or whatever,
Yeah.
Because right now it's not working, what we're doing right now.
Yeah, anyway, I think it would open up things, because he could as you said, play with the teammates or just whip it in. Like, and it's just so annoying to me that and also I don't know, just it's just a mess. I really want him to work to make it work, because if he makes it work, it means that the team is good, and obviously I want a good Juventus. But it's just really hard to say anything. Like I really want to see what's going on in practices, the trainings, like we wanted to see under Allegri. I have the same feeling. Like, what are they doing?
I think no, like it's. Does anyone think? Okay, I don't know how to formulate it. I wanted to ask, does anyone think the squad is overrated? But I'm not sure who is overrating it, if that makes sense. Do you think the squad is good enough? Like, I don't even know how to formulate. Like, the quality in the squad overall, it's it's good enough. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think it's overrated. I think it's perfectly. Maybe some players are overrated. I don't know, because when I have that debate, people are like, "Oh, but we paid. Forget about what we pay, because that's not really on the players. What do you think about the squad? There are holes in it. However, it's good enough quality wise, like individually.
yeah,
You know, the talent of
yeah,
the individual players to do much better. Like Gold Miners is a player. He cannot even control a ball at times. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, that has nothing to do with 60 million. Like, that's just basic stuff. Like, really
yeah,
basic stuff. He messes up, for example, you know? Like, I don't know what it is. It's there's not nothing is clicking. Like, it's one player who plays well, and then you flip it and you have two players who outdo him because they're not playing well. But as a team,
yeah,
somebody said it's unbalanced. As a team, the mindset, like, it sounds easy. You know, you're 1-0 up, you're in control, push on. I don't know what it is that makes this team go, we're 1-0 up, we're in control, let's lose control and concede goals. That's basically how it goes right now. Like, we do weird stuff to throw games away, and then we're like, okay, reaction needed. And the last 50 minions, the last 50 minutes, excuse me, were actually very, very good. Like, they were actually very good. We were passing the ball around good. We were finding holes, we were finding space, movements. And I'm like, where was that? For like
yeah,
not even 90 minutes. Do that 4 times in a game for 10 minutes. That's all you probably need to put these teams away. But we cannot do that as well. So I
yeah.
don't know what it is.
Yeah, I would say the average quality, like quality per player, is good. Like, for sure, good enough to beat Torino and all the teams we didn't beat, we draw with. So yeah, it's something mentally I just don't understand. Like Copanes as well. I had a fear, and many of us had a fear that, okay, anyone who leaves Atlanta, Atalanta, wow, they're never the same, you know. And yeah, it
I
happened
didn't
again so far.
I didn't have that fear because maybe I've watched him in the Eredivisie. I've watched him play, and he was
Yeah,
as good as he was at Atalanta. He was that good as well. He had a bad season when he first came into at Atalanta because he needed to adapt. But when he picked up at Atalanta, he was doing that in the Eredivisie. The same. Like the goals, the movements, his impact. So I was like, I'm cool because I've seen it as well before Atalanta. Right now, obviously, it's just not good. Like, it's really bad actually to say it's not good. It's bad. He has no impact. He doesn't have a negative impact where it's like cost, but he doesn't have a positive impact. He has no impact at all on any side of the ball, in my opinion. Mota can say he's good at, like, the only thing I think he's good at is trigger the press. Like,
yeah,
but I mean, that's like, I'm not gonna praise that. Like,
yeah. And
that's crazy.
it's so weird that like, and he do things that, like, he didn't do it at Atalanta. Like these weird that the ball is bouncing off his feet like everywhere, and all, like, it's not about team play. It's like something. What's wrong with him? Is it like is it like his brother or something? It's not him actually. It's the brother from the Dutch league or something. And
No, because he's
I
also
know they.
decent. He's better right now.
Yeah, I heard that. So I just don't know. It's something needs to happen. I just really don't know
It
what.
feels
Like,
like lost, right? I don't know. Like, you know what bothered me the most is how they came out of that locker room yesterday. I was like, you can see it seconds before that first half. Surely you come out of that second half fired up. You know, they came, and if you face a better team, you would have lost that game in those 10 minutes because they would have scored. If you face a team with any real quality in that second half, in those first 10, 15 minutes, you would have conceded, and that game would have been done and dusted. Because the way you come out of that locker room is actually it's unacceptable. Like, it's what happened in that locker room. You said nothing. You said push on, basically. I'm like, that surely did not happen. Push on. Couldn't keep hold of the ball for like 2 seconds. So I don't know what it is. But yeah, let me read out a few comments quickly. Let me scroll up. Thing is, Cole played as a 10 last year and was vital for Atalanta. Yeah, but it's not working right now. So, but actually, like, if, wasn't really a 10 at Atalanta, to be honest, as well. You know, it didn't really play as a like a 10.
yeah,
It depends on what you think about it, but it wasn't a 10-10, right? And I don't think he's playing really that at us as well. Like, focus 90 minutes 10, because he's a lot on the right hand side as well. You know, he's just
yeah.
like he's messing up basic stuff. He's low on confidence. That ball for him, Bangula, like, I'm sorry. Like, that's easy. The squad in terms of players is good and should be performing better. Let me see. We have players. We need a good coach. It's frustrating why we It's frustrating why we can be dominate. We can dominate a game for 90 minutes, especially when we show random glimpses of it during random parts of the game. Yeah, I believe the same will be true for Lukman. If Lukman left, if he went to PSG or Madrid, he would end up a squad player, nothing more. I think I'm missing the summer. I think I think him missing the summer retreat was a big, but also yeah. But I get it. But that goes for the entire team. That's why I was pissed why we got him late. But I don't think missing the summer can basically results in
But why
you
is it
not.
Motta's fault?
Yeah, but like, he's messing up basic stuff that has nothing to do with really missing summer camp.
Yeah,
I think at the end of the season you will finish top three, win Coppa Italia, and go minimally at the semi. Jesus, like, that's actually insane. If you actually believe that, not insane, but like if that actually happened at this moment in time. Gatti, Dusan Lewis, Cambiaso, Danilo are all fighting with Motta. I missed something then.
yeah.
Bring back
I don't know.
Conte and build the team around Julius. I told everyone Atalanta players flop always. To be brutally honest, Motta doesn't strike me as a type of manager that a top players would really want to play for or even respect. I know that is a controversial statement. I don't know. You might be right. Like, but we don't have top players, so it should be cool right now. Or like we don't have established top players. You know, maybe
Yeah, the squad is
potential.
young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know. Brombat support. There's a if I who the hell is that? What's Brombat? I have no idea
no
what
idea.
that means. To be honest, is that a random Twitter account? But yeah. So yeah, another like 12 draws. I think the league record is Udinese. With I need to lie. I think it's 19, right? In the season. Well, we're gonna beat that. We're gonna beat that 100%. We're definitely gonna beat that this season. I think our last win in Serie A was 7 games ago. No,
Mm,
I think it's
no
7
idea.
games ago. Oh no, Monza. No, or we have one win in the last 7, maybe in the league. That could be. Either way, like, it's actually insane. Like, it's
Yeah,
actually insane.
the next gen is doing better now. Actually, 4 wins, 1 draw, last 5 games.
Yeah. Did they beat Catania? It was 1-0, I saw.
Yes, they did. Yeah,
because of if the couple of games they won when the new coach came in were all like bottom tier teams, which is good. You still need to beat them. Catania are a bit higher position, so cool for them.
We are 5 points away from the playoffs now, which is crazy.
I mean, the playoffs like 10 teams basically, and 5 are relegation, so it's either or. I don't know what the chat is talking about a Brambati, like that. Yeah, that's so it's, I was right, it's a random Twitter account spreading bullshit. And somebody saying Mota lost the locker room. He didn't lose the locker room
I don't see
at all.
that. Yeah,
He did absolutely not lose the locker room. I've seen locker rooms lost last season, for example, and it was very clear. Like that was clear. Like it was so clear that he lost the locker room. I don't think any player is looking at Mota besides Fagioli and Danilo being like, oh shit, I don't want to play for you anymore. I don't have that feeling, to be honest. Nor is there any good league. I say good league because I can open a Twitter account and boost my followers and spread up misinformation. There's no league actually suggesting that. And the only players who do not like Mota are the players Mota doesn't rate, you know. That's Danilo and Fagioli, for example, who again didn't get any minutes. You know what it is with Fagioli? He didn't get any minutes. But watching that game, I'm like, I was not looking at it. I'm like, bring Fagioli because he's going to change the game. Like, he's not that type of player. Like, for me, he's a player you start. Like, you start. He's not a player that's going to have an impact. Like, I never viewed him like an impact player. I'm viewed him as a player, you start him, and if he plays well, the team actually plays well as well. But off the bench, I never view Fagioli as an option to win us a game, you know? So I know it's frustrating, and it's weird at this point why he's not getting anything, really. But it's clear that he doesn't rate him. He's clear that he doesn't believe in him or something in training he doesn't like. I don't know what it is because, well, he's not playing him. He's just absolutely not playing. And the transfer rumors about him are also gone. So that's even weirder. Like, were the real rumors? Was that just his camp putting out those rumors, you know? I don't know because there's nothing. Like, absolutely nothing on Fagioli leaving anymore right now. So were the rumors really links or were they just put out there to put some pressure on the club? Because there's nothing. Everything disappeared. So I don't know what's going on with Fagioli. There's also no backstory about it. Like, not a leak suggesting that this and this happened. Like, absolutely nothing. It's just quiet on Fagioli. It's just not playing. That's it. So I don't know what it is. It is weird. It is weird, you know. But now that Douglas Luiz is back, he's probably not going to play at all. Completely. Like,
Douglas Luiz was my man of the match yesterday. Like,
people are going to kill you.
He wasn't flashy, he wasn't anything, but he played the whole 90 minutes for the first time since he's here, and he was solid.
You know what it is? I saw people criticize him and saying, it's not much involved in the final third. Well, that's because he pushed up Colt Minders more, and we all thought it was going to be the other way around, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was weird. I'm not going to lie, because some of the passes he did play, I'm like, if that was 20 meters higher up the pitch, who knows who knows what could have happened. It might have been an assist or something, you know, a pre-assist, anything.
Or chance.
Yeah, because he's not known for switching up play like 20, 30, 40 meters. He's not known for that, you know. But he can play those through balls. He's technically well sounded, you know. But like you said,
he can do a flick. He can do, he has the flair. He has the technique.
Yeah, but if you play him deep, it's going to look simple, if that makes sense. Because it's going to be in a lot of areas where I'm like, you're not going to make a difference right there. But that's one of the choices Mota made, I guess. And I don't, because in the press we said like he can play, he can score goals, he can give assists, he can play as a number 10. So we were all like, wow, it's gonna happen. But like he didn't like he was allowed to, you know, play a bit higher, you know, now and then, but it wasn't consistently. So like that's one of those things where stubbornness, like you go to Bergamo, I will play him again. Like, you play him again, and hopefully you give him some more license to play a bit higher and keep Koopmeiners a bit lower, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah, Locatelli's back, so he's probably gonna bench Douglas Luiz. Like, not probably, he's gonna bench Douglas Luiz. So let's see. Kop told Julius on a video that we don't have defenders. I saw that. He's right.
Yep. But still funny.
Hopefully Italy can get on top of the two coefficient spots and we get an extra spot. Yeah. Well, probably they will probably end up doing that as well. I just feel Motta's not gonna last until the season is over. In my opinion, you could be like a lot of people feel that. I don't right now because that means Giuntoli failed, so he's not gonna admit that. You know, if he feels that top 4 is in reach, he's not gonna intervene at all. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. Not saying that is the right mindset, but that's why I don't think he's getting sacked at all. I mean, place. I cannot. Valid calls from man of the match yesterday were Yildiz, Vanya, Luiz, in this order, in my opinion. Getting a tie vs Atalanta is going to be brutal. I think for the first time, people will be happy if we tie Atalanta. But they have not won in the last 3 games, right? They lost against Milan, against Inter. They drew Udinese, and they drew Bologna. No, who did they drew before they went to play the Super Cup? I don't know. I think they're winless in the last 3. They were never going to keep up the pace they were on. Like, what they were on was insane. But yeah, they will be ready for that for us on Tuesday, 100%. They were very lucky against Udinese. They should have lost.
You know, how are we against these teams who actually have the ball and try to attack? Against those teams, we are actually look better. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping for a win, and that's my prediction is. But
it's on the board that we will lose our first game of the season in Serie.
Yeah, for sure.
It's very it's actually more likely than not. Right? Like, it's if you know, you watch NFL and they do the Vegas odds there, they think that's sacred. Yeah. Well, the money would be on Atalanta, like heavily in this case.
It is. Yeah, so. It's us winning is close to a draw right now, which is a little crazy. Atalanta is around 2. I mean, I'm sorry, I only know the European way.
Yeah, people know what it.
Yeah. So yeah, Atalanta is around 2. The draw is 320 something, and Juve winning 290 or something.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. But I mean, it shouldn't be like that. But I think nobody's going with confidence in that. Like, nobody's gonna come out chest out saying we're gonna beat Atalanta, right? Like that's...
I will predict that, but I don't think it's realistic.
Yeah, I usually don't predict losses, but it's very, very, very likely that will be our first loss of the season in Serie. It will, like, and then Motta cannot even use that anymore, I guess. Like, I thought it was weird that he actually used that yesterday. I was not expecting that. Kind of took me off guard. I'm not gonna lie, took me off guard. So yeah, I don't know. And people are still talking about Araujo, that he's not coming because of the injury, and he made captain today. Well, he is the second captain. Like, Danilo was on his way out, and he still worn the armband this season.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, it's money, and if he's not signing a new deal with Barca, they're not gonna lose out on more money. You know. Should I bet my house on a Juve win? I don't know. If you are okay with potentially living on the street, maybe.
The odds are good.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Actually, I said a couple of weeks ago. Remember, I said, man, if we put money on Juve drawing games,
and I did against Torino.
I didn't do it. I'm like, actually, you could have made so much money this season.
Yeah.
And you know, the moment I start doing it, they start winning games or losing games on a regular basis. You know,
that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm betting on a draw. So if I win, if Juventus win, I'm happy. If I win money, I'm happy.
And if they lose, you're double.
Yeah, then you know.
Oh my. Yeah, should have done it, but I didn't do it. We'll probably not do it for Atalanta because I think it's very likely we will lose that game. So
I already did it, man. I'm already in.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it. Like, I don't know what, like, there's nothing new to actually discuss. There's nothing new to discuss, you know, going off a game. Like, usually if you play a game, there's a lot of things to discuss. Like, there's nothing new to discuss. that we didn't discuss last week.
Same old, same old.
It's the same old. It's the same thing over, and even players and coaches, like even they are saying the same thing. And when they say the
Yeah.
same thing every single week, well, it tells you they don't know how to fix it. They don't have a solution how to fix it. That's extremely worrying, right? Like if players come out and Koopmeiners said, man, we play well in spells, but we cannot do that for 90 minutes. He said that, if I'm not mistaken, 3 months ago as well.
Yeah.
Or 2 months ago, 2 months
I
and
heard
a
it
half.
before, yeah.
Then I was like, man, that's 2.5 months ago you said that, and we're still here. It's very clear that on that training pitch during the week, there are no real solutions for it. And maybe it is because Mota is stubborn, like really stubborn, and he doesn't want to switch off his belief. But he's gonna need to do it because this is not working. We are gonna need to take some more risks, because when we are in control of that game, even when we're in control, when we talk about control, or I talk about control, it's not that we're pulling off chance after chance. We keep possession, we keep the teams at bay, we find a way to score, and whatever. But when we have that possession and control, we should be more dangerous on a consistent basis. And I feel he doesn't take enough risks. Like, for example, the Douglas Luiz thing. It doesn't feel like he's taking a lot of risks with that. And maybe that's the stubbornness where I'm like, okay, do it, because what you're doing right now, playing it safe, it results in us getting a point, but it's better. And I said it already, and people were pissed that I said that. 12 draws. I rather would have won 5 of them, lost 3, and drew the others. I would be more satisfied right now. I would. I'm not gonna lie. I would.
Points.
Sorry?
We would have a lot more points for sure.
Yeah. And also the if we play like that, I know even in the losses, there were games we went for it and we lost. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Or one, like the Bologna game, we should have lost. We lost that. That's fine. We're horrible on the day. I can take being bad on the day and losing a game. It's part of football. I'm fine. But not really taking the risk to win those games on a consistent basis, I cannot accept. I cannot.
If it continues like this, we're gonna be the first team in the history that goes unbeaten and finishes like 6th, 7th in the league or something.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
We are on pace to do that.
Yeah,
we're absolutely on pace to do that. So I'd rather take some more risks because I think it's gonna result in more points. That's just how, the players we have and the abilities these players have, I think it will result in more points. That's how I'm looking at it. But he definitely is not sitting there thinking that, I'm gonna do that, taking some more risks here and there, because it's clear. Like, even when you have an entire Sky studio talking about it, that we're not taking any risks, then everybody sees it, right? It's obvious that it's too safe at times, But let's see. He's probably going to need to do it against Atalanta, because I have a feeling we will go down quite early in that game. So he's going to need to find a solution to get that team going on Tuesday, because we play on Tuesday already. So it's up to him. It's up to him. But we are going to wrap this one up because I don't want to repeat myself. So hopefully you have something else to talk about Wednesday. It's a 6-man show, apparently. So stay tuned for that. We have a new one on as well. So a lot of things to discuss Wednesday, no matter how the result goes. Probably also with some transfer news. Or you would assume with some transfer news, I guess. Either way, yes or no on players. Better. Yeah, really quickly, chat, before we leave, like the video. And also, quickly, what do you think about Colomani, chat, and you as well, Norbert? Would you take him, yes or no? Because it's the reports are suggesting it's a loan with an option. So it's not an obligation, it's an option. I don't know what the transfer fee is, whatever. But let's say if it's an option, will you take Colomani? Do you think he can have any sort of impact, I guess, on our season? Positive impact, not 100. A negative.
So loan with an option, 100%. We have nothing to lose. We need a backup striker. We need a backup striker right now, and it feels like this is the fastest solution. Fulkrug is not an option anymore, and I didn't really hear anything else. So with an option, it's good. How good he can be, I'm not sure. It might work out in Italy, so yeah, I mean, if there's nothing else with an option, I think it's okay. It's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a loan with an option, we need fit bodies. So like I said,
Yeah,
we need a person with a working heartbeat at this moment in time. That's
yeah,
it. No matter who it is, I guess at this point. So yeah, he's maybe a frustrating player at times, a bit clumsy, but
yeah,
he can finish. Like technically, he's okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess it is
And
somebody. No,
we will never buy him because I think the buyout will be like
yeah, I
50 or
agree.
60 million. So
I
yeah,
agree. Um, Someone's saying can Savona play as a center back? I think in a back three, yes. In a back four,
back
I
three.
I don't
Yeah,
think in a back
yeah.
four I would I would take that chance to
Back
be
four, he
honest.
never played. He never played center back. In back three, he's really good.
I
I
don't
feel
think
like that's his
in,
best.
in a back four I don't think he's aware enough to play that position in my
Yeah,
opinion. So no,
yeah, yeah,
if it's back four, I guess he would be the better option than Zirkzee. I would take him because Dusan is our only striker right now, and maybe he fits Malta's system more. Uh, do you think Araujo will join after today? I have no clue, to be honest. The chat believes it's not happening, so no. But the assumption is yes because you have no option left. That's like you put all your eggs in that basket right now.
yeah,
So if you fail to do that, then yeah, what then? Like then you are in massive trouble because you have no options. I guess I don't know. So Giuntoli better. I don't know. Like even the transfer fee, whatever. It's not really confirmed, but it's gonna be in the region of 50 million. With add-ons and all. And with with his injury record,
it's insane.
it's.
True.
I'm a bit confused, to be honest. I'm really confused, and I'm actually extremely worried. Colomani is a versatile player, but I'm not sure about what. But I'm not sure about him with his current form. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I would rather take Moise Kean back in a heartbeat. Then we're gonna
Mm.
go get Disasi. Yeah, I might
No,
end up
I don't
watching.
believe
Stop
that's
watching.
true. I don't believe that that rumor is true. To be honest.
As a second one, I kind of believe that. As a main one, Mota should walk. She should walk. Should actually walk. If that's the main guy you
Yeah,
bring in to help out that backline, that's already not talented enough. I think we conceded like 7 games straight right now, or six, seven, six.
yeah,
One of the two. That's crazy. Like it's crazy and not crazy when you look at the quality of like when you play a back four of Savona, Gatti, Kalulu, and McKennie, you kind of expect to concede goals now and then. Like, let's be completely honest, right? Like
yeah. One Serie A player, one who never played the left back before this past few weeks, and Gatti.
yeah, I have a feeling that our center back signing will come from Portugal. So Silva. Hey, the meeting was today, according to Di Marzio. Another thing he got absolutely wrong. But yeah,
Yeah,
what's new?
yeah.
Okay, people, that's it. We're gonna wrap this one up. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I will be back live tomorrow. Preview Atalanta or